A plot overview, yes, that's a tricky one. Well, this is a movie seen from the perspective of a 10-year-old boy growing up in Hitler's Germany towards the end of the war. And he's a little boy desperate to be a member of a club, and unfortunately, the club he's chosen is the Hitler Youth. And he has no real friends. His only real friend is an imaginary friend, and it's Hitler. But Hitler, really, in his mind, is just another 10-year-old boy. And it's about a young boy who's been indoctrinated into these abhorrent ideas, who meets a young Jewish girl that's been hidden by his mother, and begins to realize that everything he's been taught by the Hitler Youth is nonsense. And it's really that coming-of-age story about a young boy, through communication and compassion, realizing the error of his ways. And I think it's a very beautiful and tender and funny story. Well, midway through the film, the Gestapo come knocking at the door, searching for anything really, and I play one of the sort of Nazi Gestapo officers. And I think, as a tall English actor, it was inevitable someone was going to ask me to play a Nazi at some point. And I'm glad I was doing it with Taika, because he's done it with humour and with drama and emotion, and I'm very proud of it. I was a little intimidated because my day one scene was with recent Academy Award winner Sam Rockwell, and I was a big fan of Sam. I'm a big fan of Sam, and I was very anxious. I had to do a German accent. I'd never done that before, but Sam was adorable, just so easygoing. Quickly, by the end of the day, I was just trying to make him laugh to ruin takes just for my own amusement. Taika created a great collaborative, warm atmosphere, so it kind of ended up being the perfect environment, really. Well, I just thought this was a movie that felt like it was part of a long tradition of movies, right back to Charlie Chaplin's The Great Dictator in the 1940s, that mocked Hitler and the absurd ideas that he tried to propagate. And I think it's a great shame that we still need to be making that point even now about the absurdity of hate and the kind of power of love. And I think, you'd think that 80 years later we wouldn't have to keep making that point, but unfortunately we do. The first time I saw the film, I was amazed that I started off laughing, and midway through I started to get quite emotional, and by the end I was in tears, and that's quite an achievement for a movie about a boy and his imaginary Hitler. And I think it's very warm, it's very funny, very empowering, very soulful, and I think just a really uplifting and, dare I say, important